Coleshill Town 2, Coventry Sphinx 3. We're here with joint manager Shaun Thomas after one of the most nerve-wracking matches in living memory. Shaun, if you can, just try and sum up your thoughts on an incredible game.
See you later, Tyler. My nerves are shattered. We were two-man fantastic all game, and I think first half we were good value for two. Lewis Feeney's made 3 outstanding saves to kill the game, and then obviously Cal, he's been red carded with the last action of the half, and then it's back to the Wolves. And I think we absolutely worked our socks off, and I feel like if we needed a little bit of luck today, we certainly had it. The last couple of moments they were pushing and pushing and pushing, but we deserved it. Keelan outstanding, his hands were great all day, and everyone worked really hard, and that's the main thing for us. Just if you're gonna go down, if you're gonna get beat, you get beat by working your bollocks off. And they certainly did it, and they got decisive look. And Shippo, by the way, we'll get on to Shippo, but what a goal he scored as well.
Well, it's a stark contrast to what we saw against Sporting Cal, so a disappointing display there, but since then you knew that there was going to be changes, there was going to be new recruits, new styles. We brought in 3 new players this week, a full day before Alfredo Castellano. Do you believe that those changes really have galvanised the squad into a performance like this?
I hope so, because winning breeds confidence, doesn't it? And we've got a group of lads who had 18, 19 at training on Thursday night, and they all want to play for the Sphinx, which is not a given in football. And so those lads that turn up week in, week out, and we just felt they needed a little bit of help in certain areas. And so yeah, Tyler Haddo's come on, and what a debut he's had, by the way. Worked his socks off. Leo, unfortunately, he's coming from Solihull. He didn't get on the pitch today because it's sort of like the red card killed our options really. And then Alfonso, lovely football player, and he worked really hard and calmed us down. And Ashton was great as well. He in slightly non-natural position, but he worked hard. And like I say, first 45, Leon, we were brilliant. We were excellent, and we dominated, we controlled, restricted them to very little. And yeah, just a red card changes games, and it allowed their good players to perk up a bit and get on the ball and move us left and right, and we had to defend really well.
There was a feeling among the fans when I spoke to them at half time, it was going too well. It was a great performance in the first side. The first 44 minutes went exactly to plan, but things very rarely go to plan at step 4, do they? Did you get a good view of the red card of Cal's challenge?
Oh, look, Lee, I'm really honest. I sort of like sunk my neck into my shoulders a little bit, because I thought he gave the ref a decision to make. So the ref said to us that he's got the ball, but the intent meant it was a red card. So you've got to take that, whatever he says goes, you can't change it. Obviously we had question marks about the keeper being sent when Tyler's knocked it around him. Outside the box, free kick and a yellow card, and he's saying that he won't get onto it, and it'd be interesting to see the highlights, because I'm pretty sure he was running full power, and I think he would have got there as well. So yeah, lots of little decisions that sort of you start to get your back up a little bit and think they're not going to go with you today. But you know what, yeah, I just think the ref's got a decision to make, and he's made it, and it's a big shame because Callum was fantastic.
Well, obviously there was the loss of Callum Woodward. Also the loss of Jack Redhead to an injury at half-time. Really completely changed plans, didn't it? What was said at half-time, knowing that really the second half would need a completely new game plan?
Yeah, I think we were that good in the first half that you just think, God, when's something going to go just smooth, and when are we going to have a game where it's not heart in mouths all the time? And I think we just thought that we could maybe keep the threat going forward by keeping top and playing with a 4 and a 3 in the midfield. And obviously we got the result, so we're going to say it worked. But yeah, it was tough second half. They moved the ball really well, and they got Tong on the ball, Alex and Chris Cowley and Sam Fitzgerald and all that. They start picking the ball up in good areas, and they're good players. George Washburn, lovely player, cutting it on his left foot, and they put some good balls into the box, and they stood up for the most part. Disappointed with the 2 goals that we conceded. I think we could have done a little bit more, but if you're talking about lads working hard for the full 90 minutes or the time that they're on there, yeah, they deserved a bit of luck today.
Well, the second half we knew what was going to happen. It was going to be Coleshill bombing straight at us with a numerical advantage. They had to go and chase the game, and they did. In a situation like that, obviously you give them the tactics at half time. You've still got a couple of subs to make, but is it just a case of having to put your trust in the players?
Yeah, and we were debating how you stop the left back coming out. Do you play with a 4 in there? Do you keep you too high, because then that keeps pressure on, and you might nick one, because I thought our front 2 looked really dangerous all game. And so you're basically doing the balance of probabilities about what's the best way of getting the result. And in the end, we stuck an extra centre half on. And yeah, we just had to try and manage the game. But 10 minutes, we asked how long to go with 10 to go, and he said 10 to go, and that was the longest 10 minutes of the season so far.
But of course, those 10 minutes did go through. There was a point where Coleshill hit the base of the post where you just thought, this is going to be our day.
Yeah.
Like if it wasn't going to be our day, that was going to go in.
Yeah.
When the final whistle blew, can you just describe the pressure easing off you and the elation of the 3 points starting to sink in?
Yeah, and Liam, it builds with where we are in the table, the run that we've had recently. So you're just wanting it for the lads and wanting it so you can go and enjoy your Saturday night without having a full inquest about how do we make it right. And the relief was palpable, and it takes a massive amount of stress off your shoulders. You go in there, you see people smiling, and there's 2 lads that's not got on today, but they were absolutely credit them to themselves and back the lads all the way. And you know what? It just builds and it gives you something to go towards. And obviously, I've seen Russians result. They're in a mini revival, aren't they? And so we've got that game next week, and it's going to be really tough, but it gives us something to build on.
Also, finally, coming on to AFC Russian Times, as they say, won last week against Rugby, a good result again today. Coming from this game against the Coleshill team, who should have that new manager bounce, they've got new tactics, so it's going to be a very difficult game. We've won, it's a local derby. How does this set us up for a massive game against AFC Russian Diamonds? Yeah,
and it's why we want to come in the league, isn't it, Liam? We're playing big games week in, week out against good teams, and Rushden looked rutted, and they looked like they were pretty much gone. And they've took 7 points from 3 games, and if they'll be looking to take points off us, I know they will, because they'll have the bit between their teeth. So, but I can categorically say now we'll be going there, we'll be turning up, we'll be really focused. There's a switch that's been flipped, and we've got 14 games to go, and every 41 of them we're going to head kick and work our socks off each minute of that game, and we'll come through it in the end.
Well, Tom, that's next week. For now, go and enjoy the win with your lads. Fantastic.
Brilliant, thank you, mate.